It's filming time again! Our schedule is... Anyway, let's head out and meet up with the others. Everyone, we're looking to rap with our two main ladies. What do you mean, looking to rap? Oh, aren't you the expert now? This upcoming scene is the two musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron. Anyway, get ready. Lights!
The view is beautiful tonight. It reminds me of that and now that I've said it...
Enough, villain! It's...
My dear Iris, have you forgotten your manners?
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth.
What did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned... In this world, Mora and status is... She thought she could blackmail me using her children and force me to...
Mother never asked a single thing of you. It was you who personally brewed the poison of prejudice. Compared to that deadly poison, the two bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be...
And that's exactly why I said you're just... So let's see. What... Get them!
Tulip! There are too many of them!
It'll be okay. We'll cover each other, Iris. And Mother will be watching over us, too.
You've lost.
To think I'd lose to my own two kids.
We are no
Then you lost your mother, and will soon
We will gain. It's over. So, where will you go now, Tulip?
I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were. What about you? Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Huh? Tulip, look!
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look, it's blooming again. Excellent! moment! That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect the scene to go so well. And we got it. All right, everyone.
Congratulations, Ayaka and Chevrolet!
Thank you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so...
Paimon total. You were great too, Chevrolet. The way you...
That is indeed my favorite line in the whole book.
Whoa! Paimon would have never...
Who doesn't like stories where the guilty are punished and just...
Captain, I have something urgent to report.
Please excuse me, everyone. I'll be back in just a moment.
It's okay, don't worry about us.
Oh? Was she whisked away by work already? I was... It seemed like some Then perhaps... Anyway, I act... And one last thing, Miss Ayaka. Thank you for your kind words, Director Farina. Nevertheless... Oh, that's a shame. But... I believe it's also about time for me to take... See you tomorrow, Traveler and Paimon.
Yep, see you tomorrow! Well, what should we do next? Maybe we'll...
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Huh?
You could say that our ship has...
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon definitely... So, Chevrolet, why did you take us here?
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should... Have you ever heard of someone by the name...
Oh, you mean that famous...
She's a good friend of mine. She's let me... After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder.
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or... But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left...
Huh. Paimon didn't know...
Flowers that are deliberately cultivated will always show... We already knew that the rose left at the scene...
Oh, Paimon gets it now? So who...
Precisely. And after we...
Really?
It's...
But didn't you...
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. However, that doesn't mean that... Whatever the case, we will have to confirm a number...
So you mean the next...
Yes. We're going to pay... That should be his house.
There are so many Gardamex stations.
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired them...
Huh. So there are...
Right. Which is exactly why I think there has to be...
So...
Just wait here for now.
But they're so...
Don't forget, Paimon. I'm act... All clear. Let's go.
Wait! Paimon's...
I'll go knock on the door and make sure it's safe inside. Once we're sure that we're...
But can't we just arrest him?
We still have no evidence that he... Still, it would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking.
Sure, no problem.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste.
Who could it be at this hour? Oh, it's you.
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters?
Oh, is it still regarding the murder case?
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is then.
Listen, I need you to come...
Miss Chavras, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Oh! Okay.
By saving me the trouble, you mean...
I will confess.
Huh?
Hey!
Please relax, everyone.
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste.
Yes.
I must say, I hate this feeling.
Oh,
Both, I suppose.
for the same reason as the one I know you haven't figured out the link between the two of them, but that won't stop me from always remembering his grotesque face. After all, he was the one who killed my mother.
Your mother is still healthy.
You know, I was adopted.
That was never recorded in the orphan...
Please forgive a 6-year-old.
So, your novel, it was like a record...
No, of course not. But I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man.
But the man you killed didn't have a mora to his...
He was a hired assassin. An irredeemable...
But if that's really the truth, you wouldn't be telling... I'm simply skeptical about you.
It's simple, really. You may have considered me too soft to...
So you're going to call a stop to your...
The true mastermind is too rich and too powerful.
And so what? The character...
Now, Officer Chavras, I'm the one who has killed a man.
What's your father's name? How do you...
Well,
Sure. Why don't we...
no, it has to be here.
Fine.
When I said won't be overheard, I would like to speak with you and you alone.
Thanks. I appreciate...
Please stay safe.
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about?
Well, that depends on... So that's how it's...
So, it seems you believe me after all.
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not. At least,
Then why did you bother telling me?
you've read my work. What do you think? Even if you were to go it's been too long. Justice will...
Not if you don't try...
I know that as the captain, but
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Pull the trigger of justice.
You want me to let you go, so you may complete...
No, Officer Chavras. I know that would be No.
Oh, Chavras sure is... Oh, Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her? Oh, still. Do you have any idea who the rich person might be?
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
Hey, how did your talk go?
I've already sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the head...
But what about the name? Did he tell you the name?
Yes, he did. But... I'll probably be quite busy over the...
All right, Paimon understands if you...
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
Morris is that... Well, guess there's no point in worrying about it now. Let's go join up with the others. Good morning! Hayaka and I were just talking.
Is Chevra still...
Probably not. We haven't seen her either.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left, but she even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
We were also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us, right?
If only Chevros was here. I still...
I'm afraid that can't be helped.
But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect...
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film.
To be fair, I feel like...
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has...
Sunk to an all-time low?
spread to the fork!
Excuse me, everyone.
Xavier! Feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
I've been talking non-stop with the...
Oh, seems like you've been...
Yes, that's... Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation.
Oh, well, the situation...
Don't worry, Mr. Moore. The good news is that we're...
Is that so? I see.
All right, now that we've gotten all the pleasant... We'll mostly be filming typical... Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya. That's right. Excellent! Then let's...
Yep, we'll be ready.
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you... Ready? Lights! Camera! Action! Okay, now move the camera slowly. Try to focus on that flower. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter? Huh? But wasn't Veronique? Can we try a different
No problem. How about this one?
All right, let's give it another try. Lights! Camera! Don't tell me. Veronique, do we have any other... What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away!
On it.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay.
It seems like there are some issues with the filming.
I see.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on...
The people at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have...
Well, no time to dwell on that. Ahem! Quiet on set! Places...
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder?
Yes, I have.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so...
Oh?
Director, we have a problem.
Oh, we're in the middle of it!
No, Director, our film,
all the finalized film that we...
Oh, wait, well, what did you say?
Mr. Bono, please.
I'm coming too.
No, Yoimiya, you have... Oh, okay, listen up. Everyone who's not working... Unbelievable. How could all the...
We're back.
How did it go?
We found it in the sewers.
Huh?
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it.
I really don't want...
Okay, but who could have... But if they wanted...
Okay, we don't have time.
Yeah, let's...
I would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers, even though the filming process proved...
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you.
All right, let's save the awards speech. Anyway, now it's time to party!
Party! Paimon wants to party! Whoa, this place is hopping. Everyone's... Hey, Ayato! How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smoothly.
Ayato told me that we've already... So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so...
Oh, that's great! Then maybe... Oh, wait. Wouldn't Yaimiko get upset if that happens? That would be stealing... You've got a point. She's always...
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both.
Whoa! Paimon's get...
When the time comes, be sure to visit and... Clapper loader and
Paimon thinks you worked even... Worst of all, Paimon started...
hey! If anything, shouldn't I be more grand and
That's...
Anyway, what's most important is that we... Hey, no need...
Wait, now that you mention it, if we...
come on,
But just imagine!
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of...
Not particular.
But
Yes, that's highly likely.
Are you still worried about the...
That and all the obstacles.
You're right.
But why today of all days? No.
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You haven't...
Well, you could say that.
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, is there something that you...
Oh, well, I'm just...
Oh, no! Silly.
Oh, what is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party.
Fireworks, you say?
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris?
Me?
Pretty please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks
But...
It's okay, just come with me. The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that? Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't me. I'm not the killer.
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She'd force my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell. I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
Huh?
Hmm? You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the Second Musketeer.
Wait, what's going on? This...
Drop the gun, Veron.
Why? Why would you keep me from exact...
Drop your weapon. This is...
What is
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? But this last part is all
Shivers, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my fear. Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should- Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry.
On it!
So what do you think, Morris? Care to My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back with the recording we made. You have no chance of winning-
All right. I'll talk. I hired an assassin. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far.
She believed that you were true-
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of Mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of them. But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children and she even...
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought...
Even if she had the children against your will.
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another...
No. You always had it.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasped. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the
No, that's why I became a musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me.
I figured as much. I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night, I think what really tipped me off was... How? He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met. But he didn't say a single word. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard. Put it in front of him. He had no idea where to even start. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself, and as expected, the second musketeer followed us without... Besides, why else would he call...
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me that so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story.
Human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps?
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stake. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts. With that hypothesis in mind,
My brother.
as in he trusted me to perform the deed.
He trusted you to stand on.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. You know what he has done. Are you? I will never be able to forget the feeling.
I won't lie, Veronique. I wondered. I agonized.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried. Perhaps to you, justice is. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. Today, you'll kill Morris. And tomorrow, the world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy.
Chevros, the rest of the Special Patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Eugenia. Atelier, Serena. Please take them away.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered.
Chevros.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew. Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take...
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words.
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound.
Well, what should we do now?
What do you mean?
Chiori is right. I'd also...
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in...
The call is yours.
No, it's fine as is. Romanticism is what gives works of art, just like the real world. The world of stories also
Sounds good to me.
What about Veronique?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and more. If I had to guess, they'll probably all be sent to the
Oh, you mean that?
Exactly.
Ahem. All right, then the matter's settled. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. You should join us, Chevros.
All right.
Then I'll wait for you over there.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? Thank you very much. Sorry for the wait.
Oh, we weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt, Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request? Is that so? When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. He told me that swimming was the best activity.
Oh? Why is that?
Because the moment you give up would be the... One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin. And the seawater was... I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the ice. The bone-chilling cold took away. I waited for my father to save me, but... well, I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that.
That way of teaching would have never...
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for it. It's just that... Working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still...
Chevres.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to... Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims fast.
You guys go.
Whoa, that felt good.
You were so fast in the water, Chevres. So, about the
Partly, but I'd say I was...
Oh, so it's due to your love.
Of course, it was only after... Come on, let... To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance. Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after get...
Huh. We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh. You're right.
He really did plan a...
Huh? Wait. Paimon, the rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom.
Hey there, you two. Sorry I've been...
The award ceremony is today, right?
I'd give it a 90% chance.
Farina! Oh, Paimon didn't know you were already...
I'm sure the others will also be here in no time.
What? But we don't even...
Just open your eye! You've also had conversations with the Opera House's operating staff, right? With the Mora you've made from the box.
But that's all credit to...
Well, give it some thought.
All right, but before that, Traveler and Paimon, could I trouble you to quickly pay a visit to the Fortress of Meripede?
Huh? But shouldn't we stay for the award ceremony?
I wanted to ask you two to invite Chevres to join us at the ceremony. She's one of the lead roles, after all. I haven't been able to find her recently, so I haven't had the chance to invite her personally. According to the papers, the culprits of the musket...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Yep, just wait here, Xavier, and maybe try to come up with a few snappy-sounding names.
All right, then I'll leave...
This is as far as I'll be taking them.
Got another errand to run?
Something like that.
Now that's something you don't hear every day. Found a new pet?
No, it's just...
Shavras! Risley!
Festivals really do bring...
Call it the festival spirit, I guess.
Yeah, you could say that.
Were you talking about work just now?
We've already finished discussing everything.
I believe I haven't yet made any promises or guarantees.
But you also didn't shoot... Here, how about this? You could give everyone a copy of the...
I suppose then a certain someone may soon find himself the most unlucky person in the...
While another two people will...
Speaking of heroes...
Oh,
You're here to invite me to the party, right?
Ooh, then let's head back right away! See you, Risley! Happy fun tonight!
And the same to you.
And the winner of the Farina Award for the first Fontanalia film, The Two Musketeers!
We won! We really won!
Congratulations, Mr. Xavier.
We won? I can't believe it!
See? My takes on... Now, please welcome to the stage the producer of The Two...
Thank you. Thank you all so much for your recognition.
Time really flies, huh?
It certainly feels that way. It feels like it was only yesterday when you were teaching me to hold a musket.
Will you come back to Fontaine again?
Of course. But how about you?
I can't say the thought has crossed my mind before.
I will be eagerly awaiting your visit.
Yeah, let's keep in touch.
Did you accomplish all you came here for?
Yes.
How has Ogura and her business been?
To my knowledge, she's doing quite...
Tell her I said hi.
I certainly will.
I heard the thunderstorm has stopped.
Yes, and the war has all...
I quite like the sound of that. Perfect for hanging...
I'd like to offer my thanks again to the entire... With the support of my entire crew, I would like to officially announce our film company, Musketeer Pictures!
Then in that case, let's please...
Oh, Paimon didn't know we'd also be taking...
Director Farina, I believe you...
Huh? No!
It's an honor the director deserves.
Yes, I agree. Just accept that you're not getting out of this.
Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1! Musketeer Pictures!
Well, if it isn't my dear partner...
That voice! It's Navia!
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy?
We've wrapped up most of the rebuild. Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines. Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, our financial situation right now is, though just pieces of paper now.
Whoa! Spoken like a true president.
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to... So before I came over this time, I took a page from Malusa's book and decided... And then, since Malus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own. But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That does sound like you, all right. So what kind of shorthand did you use?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Let Paimon see. Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch of weird... This looks like a piece of kelp wrap...
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount.
Okay, Paimon can definitely...
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the...
Well, now you know for next time.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but worst comes to worst.
Ah, so you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the... You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
It's a bit sudden, but Paimon doesn't see why not. What do you think, Traveler?
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the Aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. All right, follow me. I'll take you there. The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory.
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub. So there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is. You know what my father was like. Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head. But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina...
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out. It'll be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person? Oh, Paimon, sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned...
That's all right. While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposed... My father would run the businesses and expand our reach.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched...
Yeah, but those are just stories. But sometimes I'd still... Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, so I will always associate... Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. The fact won't change that they existed in my life, always. But but I tell myself that besides, I'm the... We've reached the shore. Let's go. I'll show you the new poisson.
Navia, do you think she's doing all right? Okay, Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and...
Oh, hey! Fancy see...
Hey, I can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go... We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and...
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically... Were you waiting here for me?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started...
You're commissioning a statue?
So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as Callus the Unfaithful, but now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation.
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble. Maybe we can...
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just...
I agree wholeheartedly.
Hey, if you keep inflating my Just kidding. There's no way that... Thanks for the... Anyway, Florent. Now...
We can ask the sculptor to start, but we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should...
There's no need for all... Hey, you! Come over here with me. Modeling a few poses, of course. Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role. Florent, let's...
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas? Well, I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, so I want to pick your brain for a bit. And
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
A happy pose.
With all the...
Would we even be able to tell what they're...
Yeah, and that'd probably be a...
Could one of you try striking a pose? That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
This pose!
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and... If we were to stick with this pose...
Well, tabloids...
Oh, Paimon would...
What, Florent? You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else. By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind... Look over there, my dear Clementine, as you can see.
But there's something...
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well, Paimon is a fan.
Wait, but we can't do that.
But then, since we're putting it in the town...
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference. Man, if I knew I was... Oh, outfits! Oh, that's the errand I forgot back in...
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while I...
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me. And she told me that she wanted... I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to... But how could I get her to believe that I meant... But I got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start. Yeah, you're right.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar, briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this guy is...
Let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago. But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded.
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case, a lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before, so you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we...
Humble again as always, I see. Even when I was totally sincere with my praise.
Nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
About that.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as...
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right?
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only...
Malus and Melissa, dead. They're just loose.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years.
Let's...
Okay.
Time to go.
All of this, it's unbelievable.
I think you and I both feel...
I thought Mr. Marcel would... It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still...
The good news is that the Confrérie... we finally closed the curtain on that.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted...
Realm who?
Huh. Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeo was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement.
And of course, when he was suffering
Yeah. You could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his...
Oh, that's a good point. If Callis was really as stubborn as you say...
Oh, yeah. It eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with but on the matter of the Aquabus...
Huh. I never knew. But from my...
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve it.
So, they thought... But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their medium...
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was... Of course, Miss Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callis began to regard the...
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeo and his people, perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they...
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while.
Huh. I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo with how distracted and vulnerable...
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let...
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. I've heard so many incredulous things.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's... Want to come with me again, you two?
Of course.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit. Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Time to go.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the... And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse. Oh, I know.
Then let's stay here a bit longer.
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Nab?
Yep, Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, the stove's looking good. And as for the ingredients, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all. Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for those.
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild.
Oh, that's great.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chair.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone. How did it go? You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so... I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if
Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of...
We've got no wine with us, but...
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join in on the talk.
May your travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue... All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances... Hey there, Ludovine. How's business?
The demoiselle of...
Nonsense.
My mistake, Are you here for the
Yep. I forgot...
I did...
Navia's always liked to take even...
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. There are few things more uplifting than...
Boss has got a point.
Very well. Please, wait here while I...
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete. After we cleared her father's name, she said she used to be terrified of Papa. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me. Yeah,
You could say that. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful...
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for her.
Is something up, Traveler? Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon?
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too! They headed up!
Stop right there!
We knew you were going to be difficult!
Seems like if we want them to talk...
Brothers, there's no need...
Strike a pose! Now, talk. Who...
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing
We were discovered.
Get revenge?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand.
Indeed. You have...
We were out drinking when we... Too bad you guys messed up ours first. Huh? You're pretty sharp. Seeing you like that just...
Listen. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand.
But if you so much as think...
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my... If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door.
I support boss's decision as well.
Yes. Plus, I still think we should keep an eye out for... Then we could still have a...
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't...
I'd rather things not...
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, it's getting late already. So why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve-Saint? I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve-Saint again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks, though. Betcha there'll be people singing sea shanties, too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing, too.
Time to go. Time to go.
Coming back here, if you think about it, it would be...
Total. Although, he was a very ambitious man who...
And that's also why people hated him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for... You can use the same room as last time.
Yep. Good on.
Oh.
Oh, Paimon, sorry. Please have mercy.
I was...
Guess I'm finally on the right path.
Hello? Are you asleep yet? Oh, no, not at all. Wanna go fishing?
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking...
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything. I knew it. Okay, let's go.
Into the wind. Follow the wind.
Mm-hmm. What's...
But shouldn't fishing...
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler? That's how I feel.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how...
It might just be something
That's a thing.
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if My father always had a lot of... My mother never had those kinds of... All the members of the Spina... Can you... no matter what Papa yelled, nobody else...
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. When I was young, but once... I learned then that there's always a... Because... If you do falter... There'll inevitably come a... sorry. Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe they're... Hey, look! I think you've got some...
But why isn't there wrong...
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting... We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch...
You want Paimon to help too?
Stop wasting time! We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow.
Well, your rod was...
Well, if we're just talking about...
All right. Go to bed. Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow. So how...
Paimon dreamt that she danced with...
Huh.
See? This guy gets...
Anyway,
Paimon hopes she'll really...
I hope so too. Adele, we're back! We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too! What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform! Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it! Well, thank you so much.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson...
Boss!
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu...
What?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time, but Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well. Because we investigated their tracks and found...
They have smartened up since we...
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and...
Sorry,
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeo and his followers hate the Spina. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line...
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent...
Yeah. If they've been planning this for 8, we have to issue an evacuation order.
Let's get everyone onto our ship.
My dear partner, if the explosives do go off, not only would... Let's stop their insanity first. Then settle the score with them.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please stay safe, too.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Watch out, boss! What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I
get it.
Not quite. Though and that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you.
You better stick close to me.
Romeo promised me that he would leave, but it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeo has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know, but I swore that I...
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of... But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little... And it was all because Clementine died because...
So the shock and grief you showed us before...
Now you're catching on. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, back then because of that Aquabus, we had a huge fallout. The years passed by in a blur after that. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else.
Don't listen to him, boss. He's just spouting nonsense.
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're callous and... Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, but is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too! I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that!
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula. Florent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clementine.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
One with nature.
Shower me with pain!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Come at me!
We certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Into the wind.
Scanning.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff. Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for? Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find. Let me turn this guy over. Ugh, he's super heavy. Let me turn this guy over. Ugh, he's super heavy. Oh, you found it! That's amazing! That should do it, right? Navi and Florent should be able to relax now. Oh, you're right. They could have set explosives elsewhere, too. Let's go. They're gonna bury Poisson!
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block? I'm doing this the Spina way.
I heard from Thierry that even they—
I have nothing. Regardless of whether they're hatred, please prosecute them in—
Sounds good. We're very appreciative. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take—
We won, Navia! We saved everyone!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
But you usually—
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. Seems like Romeo really went all in.
Got it. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. I am not callous. But I will not change how I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Navia.
As I thought.
She is also... Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared if I'd lost the Clementine. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, seeing it still standing...
What happened while we were gone?
Just give her some time.
Thank you so much. Traveler, I want to ask you something. Do you really see me as your part? Of course. That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me...
How do you feel, Navia?
I feel quite a bit better. But sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. I used to think that Coulter mentioned my parents. Do you think...
Don't think like that, Navia. No matter what others think.
Well, since it's ended up like this, there's something that I...
Florent, I hope you can understand that...
Don't worry. This surprise...
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's... this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you, but special times call for special Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the...
Papa, Mother,
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records.
Wow!
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided we only asked Boss to decide on the designs.
How could we only have statues of me?
Even though Boss is still young.
We wanted to commemorate her contribution.
I don't know what Spina di Rosaula...
With Navia around,
We are gathered here today that we support you and believe it.
That's what we believe as well!
Thank you so. This really is. I never thought that I'd have.